Hello, fellow gardeners. Today we're digging into a fascinating topic, electroculture. Imagine giving your plants a little electric boost. Electroculture has been around for centuries. Some believe ancient civilizations used metal structures to channel energy into the soil. Intriguing, isn't it? In simpler terms, electroculture uses small, safe electrical currents to stimulate plant growth. Think of it as giving your plants a bit of extra energy. How does it work? We're not entirely sure. Some theories suggest the electricity interacts with soil microbes or improves nutrient uptake. More research is needed, but the results are exciting. Intrigued by the possibilities, I decided to try electroculture in my own garden. I started with 2 raised beds, both receiving the same sunlight and soil. One bed was designated as my control bed, using traditional gardening methods. For the other, I created a simple electroculture setup. Using insulated copper wire, I created a grid pattern just above the soil surface. The wire was connected to a low-voltage DC power source, completely safe for humans and animals. It wasn't fancy, but I was eager to see if the electric current would make a difference. Would my electrified plants outperform their traditionally grown counterparts? As the weeks progressed, I diligently tended to both beds, watering, weeding, and observing. The differences, while subtle at first, became increasingly apparent. The tomatoes in my electroculture bed seemed to have an edge. Their foliage was a vibrant green, and they grew taller and bushier than those in the control bed. Even more impressive was the yield. The electrified tomato plants produced significantly more fruit. The tomatoes themselves were plumper and juicier, bursting with flavor. While the control bed yielded a respectable harvest, the difference in size and quantity was undeniable. The electroculture method seemed to give the plants an extra boost, enhancing their growth and productivity. My electroculture experiment wasn't without its challenges. As I embarked on this journey, I quickly realized that working with nature means being prepared for the unexpected. Gardening, as we know, is a partnership with nature, and nature can be unpredictable. The weather, soil conditions, and even the plants themselves can throw surprises our way. One obstacle I encountered was pests. These tiny invaders can wreak havoc on a garden, and my electroculture setup was no exception. Slugs, it seems, were particularly drawn to the copper wire in my electroculture bed. This was an unexpected twist, as I had hoped the electric field might deter them. Perhaps they enjoyed the slight warmth it emitted, or maybe the copper wire provided a convenient pathway for them to navigate the garden. Additionally, I noticed that the electroculture setup seemed to require more frequent watering. The increased electrical activity appeared to accelerate plant growth, which in turn increased their water needs. The soil in the electrified bed tended to dry out faster, likely due to increased plant growth and transpiration. This meant I had to be more vigilant about keeping the soil moist. These challenges highlighted the importance of close monitoring and adjustments when practicing electroculture. It's a learning process, and each day brings new insights. It's not a set-it-and-forget-it method, but rather a dynamic interplay between technology and nature. By staying attentive and adaptable, we can harness the benefits of electroculture while mitigating its challenges. Curious to know if others had similar experiences, I reached out to fellow gardeners experimenting with electroculture. Their insights were both fascinating and diverse. Sarah, a seasoned gardener from Vermont, shared that she'd seen incredible results with her electroculture setup, particularly for root vegetables. Her carrots and potatoes were noticeably larger and more abundant. Meanwhile, Mark, a novice gardener from California, expressed some initial challenges. He found that his electroculture system seemed to attract curious squirrels who enjoyed chewing on the wires. These anecdotes underscored the importance of sharing knowledge and experiences within the gardening community. Every garden is unique, and learning from each other's successes and setbacks is invaluable. So, after a season of experimenting with electroculture, what's my verdict? This journey has been both enlightening and challenging, filled with moments of excitement and occasional setbacks. Is it a revolutionary gardening technique or simply a passing fad? The concept of using electrical currents to stimulate plant growth is intriguing, but does it live up to the hype? While it's too early to draw definitive conclusions, my experience suggests that electroculture holds real potential. The growth rates and health of my tomato plants were noticeably improved. The results I observed in my tomato plants, coupled with the positive feedback from other gardeners, are incredibly encouraging. Many reported similar successes, noting increased yields and healthier plants. However, it's important to approach electroculture with a healthy dose of realism. Not every plant responded equally, and some required more attention and adjustments. It's not a magic bullet that guarantees instant gardening success. There were instances where plants didn't thrive as expected, and troubleshooting was necessary. It requires careful planning, implementation, and ongoing observation. Each garden is unique, and what works for one may not work for another. Electroculture is a fascinating area of exploration for the curious gardener, but more research is needed to fully understand its long-term effects and optimal applications. As we continue to experiment and share our findings, we can collectively unlock the true potential of this innovative technique. The beauty of gardening lies in its constant capacity for discovery. Every day, there's something new to learn, a fresh challenge to tackle, or a surprising success to celebrate. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, the garden is a place where curiosity and creativity can flourish. I encourage each of you to embrace your inner scientist and experiment with electroculture in your own gardens. This innovative approach combines the principles of electricity with traditional gardening techniques to potentially enhance plant growth and health. It's an exciting frontier that invites us all to explore and push the boundaries of what's possible in our own backyards. Start small, perhaps with a single raised bed. This allows you to manage your experiment more easily and observe the effects of electroculture on a controlled scale. You can monitor the growth, health, and yield of your plants more closely, making it easier to identify any changes or improvements. Or a few potted plants. Potted plants are versatile and can be moved around to different locations, allowing you to test various conditions and setups. This flexibility can be particularly useful if you're experimenting with different types of plants or varying levels of electrical input. Observe, document, and compare your results meticulously. Keep a detailed journal of your observations, noting any changes in plant growth, health, and productivity. Take photos, record measurements, and track your progress over time. This data will be invaluable in understanding the impact of electroculture on your garden. What works best for your climate, soil type, and plant varieties? Different environments and conditions can significantly affect the outcomes of your experiments. By tailoring your approach to your specific garden, you can optimize the benefits of electroculture and achieve the best possible results. Share your findings with fellow gardening enthusiasts. Join local gardening clubs, participate in online forums, or simply chat with your neighbors. Sharing your experiences and learning from others can help build a community of knowledge and support, fostering a collaborative spirit of discovery and innovation. The collective knowledge and experiences gained from practical experimentation will be invaluable in unlocking the full potential of electroculture. By working together and sharing our insights, we can accelerate the development of new techniques and approaches that benefit everyone. Remember, even if your electroculture experiments don't yield miraculous results, the process of observation and learning is incredibly rewarding. Every experiment, whether successful or not, contributes to our understanding and helps us grow as gardeners. Embrace the journey and enjoy the process of discovery. And who knows, you might just stumble upon the next gardening breakthrough. The possibilities are endless, and the joy of gardening lies in the endless opportunities to learn, grow, and innovate. So get out there, experiment, and let your garden be your laboratory. As we strive to create more sustainable and eco-friendly gardening practices, electroculture presents an intriguing possibility. Imagine harnessing the power of natural electricity, such as lightning or static energy, to enhance plant growth. While still in its infancy, research into these areas is showing promise. Developing innovative ways to capture and utilize natural electrical energy could revolutionize agriculture and reduce our reliance on traditional energy sources. Perhaps in the future, our gardens will be powered by the very forces that govern nature, creating a harmonious and sustainable cycle of growth and energy. The world of gardening thrives on shared knowledge, passion, and a willingness to experiment. Electroculture, with its intriguing possibilities and potential benefits, deserves further exploration and discussion. Have you tried electroculture in your garden? What were your results? What challenges did you face, and what advice would you give to others considering this method? Share your thoughts, experiences, and insights in the comments below. Let's cultivate a vibrant community of gardeners eager to explore the electrifying possibilities of enhancing plant growth and creating a greener future. Happy gardening!